Game number 2, starting to the top left now, best of 3 in the first round of the Challenger League. Now the Samsung Khan player down a game in the series. It is
Samsung Galaxy RorO.
There he is.
And RorO, 0-1 in the best of 3, is going up against the Protoss player. SKT1 starting to the top right.
SK Telecom T1 Classic.
Classic. And his keyboard matches his hair. Just something I noticed. Also his color. Wow, this guy's really just going all orange, yellow, goldish color. Wonder if that's his favorite color. Probably.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, the thing is right now that we have Classic in a spot where he knows quite well that he only has to win a single map. So he has several choices here. He can just wait and see and look what kind of game RorO is going to play on a bigger map like Frost, also a 4-player map, and then maybe pull out a completely different build on the third map if he comes to it. But his track record against Zerg is just simply incredible. He's, I think, now about at 87% win ratio in the matchup, and RorO really has to come up with some kind of plan and do something. And one of the things that he could do is actually maybe even go for a build that we've seen several times, double hatch before pull, and looks like it's exactly what it's going to do here.
Yeah, sends the drone out. Something that we had on screen a few seconds ago, just to give you guys an idea of how dominant RorO was, you know, just months ago. His win ratio when winning the first set is 19-2. Only 2 times when he won the first set in a best-of series did he ever lose. So if he's winning it hard. But obviously did not win the first set here. They're not relevant for this best of 3. But just gives you an idea of how dominant this guy was, you know, just very recently.
He's also a bit unlucky with the Overlord Scout here, going to the bottom left first and now realizing that the Protoss does spawn to the right side of the map, but he has to find out what exactly is going on. And at this point in time, we have him with gas taken and also the pool started. So pretty greedy opening if you want so, but at the same time it's an opening that especially on Frost is kind of common these days.
Yeah.
It's one of the options that Zerg has here, a very big map, and as long as you scout properly, you won't be surprised by any kind of walk-in units. The timings here work out quite well for the Zerg, but this will definitely give RorO quite the edge in economy if Classic is not able to quench out a third base on early third on zone.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, like, this positions here are really kind of awkward for RorO because, you know, we talked about this before on this map. If you get the third base to the north in these positions horizontally, that bridge is the fastest possible way to attack as a Zerg player. And so, if you control that choke point, it's really easy to hold your third. However, if the Zerg goes around, it goes to the larger bridge, goes to the south past the watchtower, it's really easy to see the Zerg coming, and it takes the Zerg so long to attack. So he can be very happy that once he scouts his opponent's location, that at least he got his 3 hatcheries up for free.
Oh, with the 3 hatcheries right now, he's getting those queens out that you already mentioned, and we'll have him with the defense at the same time. Classic is putting the first few pylons to the left side of the map, so he has a couple of warp-in points that he can use. But speed is now already started for RorO. And in the early game, if the Protoss doesn't start with the Forge here, he won't have the +1 attack upgrade, which is so crucial for Zealots fighting the Zerglings. So at this point in time, RorO should be fine with the defense, but he has to really watch what exactly Classic is going to do. Is Classic taking his third? Is Classic going for attack on the timing? And the Zerglings here are utilized to do exactly that. 12 now in production. RorO knows fully well that with 3 mineral lines, he will have a good income, but he needs some map presence, he needs some units just roaming the map, finding pylons, finding probes, and identifying what Classic is up for.
Yeah. With this speed links he just made, he's going to be able to deny a fast third nexus if there is to be one. Oh, unfortunate for him, he spots his pylon.
Yeah, but look at the scouting pattern that we have with all these Zerglings. He had them everywhere, and that's exactly why he built those 12 Zerglings. It makes a lot of sense. He knows it's a massive map, and if he has like 12 Zerglings, that is a little bit of an investment, but he has the lava with 3 bases, and now he already knows, alright, you want to be aggressive, or he thinks that Classic wants to be aggressive, builds 22 additional links. The problem for him being is that Classic is just poking.
Yeah, exactly, and he's just going to recall out as soon as the links surround here. This is so bad, actually, for RorO, because now he has all these links that he could deny a third with, but he lost so much larva for it.
But I think he's okay with it, because, like, as you already said, he can use those links now to deny a third, and if he's able to do that, then it's completely worth it. And
If he gets these sentries for free, it definitely ends up being worth it. Not going to be the case, but he does okay. He gets a few.
He's going to get them. He got already 2. He killed the Zealots as well. So he can go and delay the third for even longer. So I feel that those were actually absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
He wanted to have the map presence. He wanted to make sure that he doesn't run into an attack. Now he killed every single sentry. He could deny a third base. And he himself, with the lava that he has no problems to drone up within an instant.
Yeah. And he's just delaying that third base. You know, one thing is true though, nice. Gets that probe. That was a huge mistake to send the probe in before the Lings were dead. I was going to say, since he lost a lot of his Lings to the sentries, he might have not been able to deny the third, but killing the probe there, it's all fine.
Oh, but on the other hand, now we have actually RorO committing a lot more to Zerglings, and also he goes into the Roach run, so he's droning up a little bit, but he still wants to be aggressive. He still wants to try to deny a third tier.
A little bit strange to me that he's going for those rocks, actually. I don't really understand what sort of benefit he can attain from that. He's going to actually just make it easier for the Zerg to come up and attack him here.
Oh, wow, he did not see that coming at all. No. And yes, he's going to take down that probe, and he's going to take down this base as well. Once again, there has to be a cancel, and it has to happen soon. There it is. So the third once again denied, and the lair tech is halfway done. Burrow for the Roaches is being researched. The Roaches as well already trained, +1 started. 3 base economy, still going strong. Currently on 3 gas, and his economy is good. Yeah, but he does only have like 60 harvesters on the 3 bases right now, so he's not overcommitting.
He's been pretty hurt on the drones for a while. He just made 15 a few seconds ago at a time to get up to that 50, but now he's starting to get up there in the drones. 62, and he really wants to commit to this aggression. 4 Overlords being made right now. Looks like he's going to pound out a ton of Roaches here. The speed, though, for the Roaches is going to be a little bit late.
I think it's very likely to actually start and maybe go for 4 base. He delayed that third for a long time. Protoss players really love to get this third up around 7 minutes and 20 seconds these days. In this scenario, it was delayed by nearly 3 minutes. So RorO can actually now not only go for the Roaches, but it would be a very wise decision for him to get that 4th base while he's moving out here. Would expect that to go down pretty soon, so that he has a backup plan in case that this Roach aggression doesn't work. And it would work out also quite well with the amount of lava and amount of gas he has. He has surplus minerals, and that would be the best way to spend it.
Yeah. Really good force fields here, actually catching some Zerglings, does not trap them. Catch them for a second, also pushes the Roaches out. He needs another warp in or 2 though to really be able to push this back, and it looks like RorO's not going to commit. Not yet. He's getting a few more Roaches out before he attacks again.
He needs to expand.
Yeah, if he doesn't, I really like the position for a Classic. He's making the macro hatch, which yes, gives him the larva, but he's going to want that extra mineral line.
And the macro hatch is good, but he wants a 4th base as well. RorO's really committing to this, and he might be overcommitting a little bit. This could work, but it's a little bit not really do or die, but he's committing a whole lot here. The burrow upgrade is working beautifully in his favor since he sniped that cannon. No detection at this point, but the Observer is on the way.
Yeah.
And look at the minerals. He has the minerals to go for the 4th, and that would give him a backup plan.
Ooh, this is looking really bad for Classic, though. He has to defend 2 fronts, and as soon as he walks over here, the Roaches are going to unfurl. That's nowhere near enough Stalkers.
Yeah, force field working against Classic now. The probes in the main base completely exposed. RorO is going for it. He is not taking that fork. He is going for Roaches, Zerglings, and he's going for aggression, trying to pressure his opponent beyond belief. The force field is about to be gone, and here come the Roaches again. He has so many forces on the map right now that are just trying to put those units into a flank position.
Exactly, you know, he's really trying to send Classic to his grave here, but he's got so many units not fighting right now. Now he sends them in. The Roaches chased all the way to the right side, but here comes another attack. All the way over here at the 3rd base where there's no defense. He needs to send those sentries back. He uses way too many probes. Well, actually, he's attacking an assimilator. Could be doing a lot more there. This is just a big sink on the production of Classic. He has to keep warping in units at the natural rather than over here.
Yeah, we have now army supply of 111 against 58, and new lava just popped, and he immediately uses all of this.
Yeah, it's just a tech problem for Classic in a lot of ways. He doesn't have any immortals. He just has a small group of Stalkers. He's making his first immortal now. Lings that were burrowed earlier, killing more probes. He's down to 44 probes, so he can't even saturate 3 bases with that.
He can't saturate those bases, but he still is the defender here, and he has actually so far done a decent job considering how much RorO has on the map. But now the force fields once again saving him in the last second. But here come those roaches, few of them aiming for the natural. RorO with a constant aggression, splitting his forces, trying to make it happen, and those Lings in the main base are still active.
Yeah, Lings in the main base active. He needs a few more force fields here. It's a little bit too late on those. And this is an overwhelming amount of roaches here for RorO. He just continues to push through 36 roaches on the map, and he sends more and more. It's just making more and more roaches. That's all he wants here. And
there's only one Immortal. He doesn't have more than that. That's a big problem that Classic has, that his tech was a little bit too late. But there is the Immortal. He's trying to macro away here, taking out the Ling first. Can he take down the roaches? If he's able to stay alive, that would be so important here. And RorO, he's losing a little bit of ground.
Yeah, definitely losing some momentum here. But he's not making any. He's not making any drones. He's still committing. Roach Burrow movement is about to finish though, and that's going to help him out a ton with these force fields. But it's not done yet.
RorO is moving in once again, and this time the entire Gateway army is actually caught, and all the sentries are gone, and this might be exactly the win that he needed.
Yeah.
He's taking down the army. Immortal is still alive, I think, but is very, very damaged already, and that third is once again exposed, and this time RorO might be able to snipe it again.
Yeah, this time he's going to kill it for sure, and he has too much. I mean, army supply is 100 to 30. It doesn't matter what composition, doesn't matter what upgrades you're dealing with here. That's too much. GG.
You know, RorO, I want to emphasize this again. RorO, the entire time I was watching during the entire battles, I was looking at his minerals, and he could have taken the 4th base that he built right at the end when the GG was called. He could have built this 4 minutes early and would not have lost a single unit because of it. So I was actually a little bit worried for him when that Immortal was able, or when Classic was holding that for some time, because if Classic at some point stabilizes, then RorO is in so much trouble. If he would have built that 4th base earlier, it's not only about the potential to just saturate it then after you have to retreat, but at the same time, he was always a little bit short on lava. He had beautiful injects, but there's only so much that he can get out there. And even when he had like 1,000 floating after he got rid of all his lava, he still had 400 to 500 minerals left. So that base would have given him production as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't oversight, but I love his aggression and how diverse he was with the strategy, just splitting those units the entire time and making sure that he was hitting at all fronts.
He really he saw an opportunity when he killed all those sentries early on. When he caught those and killed them, that's when he knew, okay, you're going to have to spend so much gas on sentries to actually defend my aggression. You'll never have tech. You won't have your Immortals out. They're going to be too late. And as it is, we're forced into a game at number 3 here. Can RorO actually make the comeback happen? He's halfway there.
Great game so far. Game number 3 coming up at the Challenger League now.